Okay, so first up, Ashwin, Mr. Daddy is back after a busy home season. So how are you enjoying your babysitting sessions?
See, I mean, it used to be babysitting sessions before. My daughters are slightly older now because one is 4 and the other one's almost 3. So they're going to school and one's going to the play school. So it's not necessarily babysitting. Babysitting times uh, are different to what you have with your toddlers, but definitely enjoy my time with my daughters. They are super fun. You actually get to learn every day something new from them.
You always have your moments, right? I mean, as a parent, and I know your better half simply loves the idea of parenting. What kind of a parent are you, Ashwin?
I'm very chilled. I'm very relaxed as a parent, and many a times, I mean, I actually allow my children to do what they do. I allow them to make mistakes. I just pull them back a lot. Sometimes they can be a little needy going to their mothers, and sometimes it can give her a lot of hassles because they're two back to back and they're pretty close together. So sometimes I'm a little a little bit strict with them, ask them to not be as needy as they are. But pretty much otherwise, I love playing with them. We explore new options. I play one of our favorite games is hide and seek actually.
Oh wow, that's quite interesting. I'm sure the kids must be quite excited about it.
Yeah, see, I mean, my daughters are pretty. They're not old enough to like play the game in a proper fashion, but they pretty often when we actually play the game, they go and hide together in the same place, or when I hide in a place, they go and hide in the same place the next time. So it's a lot of fun. I'm trying to teach them how they can play it really well, but I really have a good time with them when they do. They
So
have a lot of fun.
So was it also some of the activities that you used to do as a child, Ashwin? Because I know when we were all kids, we had some really amazing games, and one of my favorite games used to be book cricket, right? So were you also into a lot of activities when you were a child?
Yeah, I mean, I just loved being outdoors when I was a child. It was a dawn of the era where you had Segas and Nintendos coming into the market in terms of video games. It did fascinate us a little bit because it was new, but I was very outdoor sort of a person. I loved playing hide and seek inside the house. We in fact lived together in a joint family. My aunt lived right beside us, so we used to play like 2, 3 houses together. We used to play hide and seek outside, and that was a favorite game of mine. So. It's not a surprise that I actually also played with my daughters.
So what were your other favorite activities when you were a child?
See, pretty much anything that was on the road was was an activity for me. We used to play cricket. Obviously, it was a very favorite sport. We used to play football on the roads. The roads weren't as traffic ridden as it is right now, but we used to play football. Then, if it was tennis times and Wimbledon was happening or French Open was happening, we used to tie a small rope and try and play with softballs, bit of tennis, and all that. Anything and everything was a chance for us to actually play a sport. We could create anything amongst us and play anything that we wanted to. Badminton across like gates in the houses in the communities. So we used to play like literally anything to everything because a lot more children used to be out on the roads. And if it was very hot, we come from Chennai, so if it was very hot, we always retracted back into the house and we used to play hide and seek or play cricket inside the house if parents weren't working.
So you were a big fan of gully cricket.
Big fan of playing. That's it, as such. Not just cricket. Anything outside, outdoors was a lot of fun, and it was a chance to mingle with a lot of children. I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood, so for me, anything was fun. Playing outside of the house was fun.
I know. Every time you say playing outside, it takes my mind back to what we all keep talking today, Ashwin. When we were kids, parents were literally
Mhm.
tired of us being out. They used to say, "Oh, you played enough outside, come back home."
Yeah, get back into the house.
And today it's exactly the opposite. You've been enough at home, go back and play. So does that little bit worry you that the generation next is not
See,
playing
it's
enough?
it's it's a it's a it's a it's a, it's a sad trend. I won't say it's a worrisome trend because see, every generation is dictated by what's in front of them. I mean, when children see parents using the mobile phones, they'll also use the mobile phones. When children see parents playing PlayStation, they'll also do the same. So it's not like it's the children's fault, but they just do what's in front of them. They're not like born and they're not born scientists or anyone who actually discover something new and get hooked onto it. We are the ones that are teaching them. So we are we need to be very responsible and teach them right ways. And obviously, today's parenting is a lot more. I would say it's lost a bit of patience. It's lost a bit of touch where we spend a lot of time with the children playing and talking to them, or like the small things that we do. like my parents used to do. Like for me, my dad used to hang around me all the time. If I played cricket, he used to come and play cricket on the terrace with us. So
Wow.
those are the things. Those are the things that definitely the modern day children miss. And obviously, what are they gaining? With both parents working, affordability, purchasing power has become better, life quality has improved. So there is always going to be a flip side when there is a upside to some of the other aspects in life. But I just feel playing with your children, teaching them to go outdoors, not making it a habit to make them sit inside the house and play PlayStation is one of the key ingredients that parents will have to try and balance.
Those are some fantastic points that you made. But is it also because, Ashwin, today's world has too many distractions? I still remember when I was growing up, distractions were very limited, right? I mean, you had that
Mhm.
odd TV show, you had that odd this one, and most of your life was around your friends and maybe the
Mhm.
family, right? So maybe the communication was not great when we were growing up with our parents, but
Yeah, that's exactly why I said it's not a worrisome trend. Sorry, you said it was
yeah, is
what
it
a, what
worrying?
a,
Yeah,
it is a trend, but like I said, these are all dictated by what's in front of them. So you can't really put a finger and say this, and that. I think as a parent, I just feel you need to feel happy about being tired playing with the children. If you can spend as much as time with them as possible, you will find out what their needs are. You'll probably be in the best position to give them what they exactly want. It's not about saying you don't watch TV, do this, do that. It's not about dictating their lives. It's about giving what they want, and also to a great extent empowering them to understand what they want. So you'll actually find it very interesting because as I play with my children, I start understanding what their exact needs are. Instead of when I was growing up, I never asked my dad or mom to actually come with me, sit and teach me numbers. Picking a paper or pen and actually learning was something that I hated. I didn't want to study. But my daughter today takes me inside her room and actually she picks up a pen and asks me for a paper and writes down numbers and alphabets. And she wants to learn more. It tells me a thing or two about what excites her. So this could change in a couple of years' time. But
ab-
only the kind of time you spend with them will dictate
absolutely. Yeah.
what they need and how you can empower them in the future. It's not about watching TV for this much. We definitely make a conscious effort as a parent and as a household. I live with my parents. We make a conscious effort not to give them the mobile phones, not to watch TV all the time. We try and do that. At the end of the day, we get tired, and sometimes when we need to do our work, we do make them see a few cartoons. It does happen. You can't stay away from it. But despite not giving them the phone, they don't hang on to the phone. My daughter still knows how to, take pictures. She switches on the camera of the phone and actually takes pictures. So these are the next gen smart kids. You need to empower them and stay with them and understand their requirements, needs, and grow with them. Basically, treat them like your friends.
Really fabulous thoughts over there. So what you're essentially saying, Ashwin, is also that, the need of the hour is actually to regulate and not to try and ban, right? So help
There
children
is there
understand
is
the idea of self-regulation.
exactly what I'm saying. It's not about branding something as good or bad. It's about trying to give them what they need within the right balances because everything is needed. My daughter watches a cartoon and she understands English, much better than what I ever did. I never used to watch cartoons in Hindi. Was it not? It wasn't even available for me. But today she watches a cartoon and she asked me, "What language is it?" I said, "It's Hindi." So she said, "What is Hindi?" Then I had to explain what Hindi is. Then I told her it's a national language. It's beyond our language. What we know, what we speak is Tamil, and I had to explain. So that's a learning for her, and she's got the best possible options for her to learn multiple languages, multiple things. Her vocabulary is far better than mine was till I was 15 years old. So these are all the positives of it. You can't just negate certain things. When you can give them enough positives, you will also have to be equipped to handle the negatives that come with it as a parent.
Absolutely bang on. I mean, in terms of the benefits, I think making judicious use of the benefits of technology is what you're actually highlighting, and I think you're absolutely bang on there. Right. Just a last couple of things, Ashwin, to you. Kids
Yeah.
these days, I mean, we know that they're spoiled for choices when it comes to entertainment, right? So somewhere down the line, is it important to rediscover that natural way of living? We all talk about hanging out with friends and doing those things. How can we as parents set an example for that?
See, it's a challenge I'm also encountering on a day-to-day basis, right? We have friends, we have so many WhatsApp groups, we talk to them, but we actually don't meet. There was a recent movie in a recent regional movie in a Tamil movie where there was a message given across that we all keep speaking on WhatsApp, but we never really meet, you know. So that's something that as parents we'll also have to start engaging in. But my life's been slightly different. My entire life for the last 10, 15 years has been around cricket. So basically social life and personal life has taken a massive hit. It's always laid at the backside. So I'm starting to discover that side of it again, and it's very exciting. I'm connecting with my friends. I'm connecting through my academy. I'm finding new ways to connect with people. So if children see parents connecting with people, they'll automatically start connecting with people. And like I said, I live in a joint family. My parents live with me. My mother-in-law and father-in-law are right next door. So we live in a place where there is people all around. So my kids are also very much people related rather than materialistically related to a TV or a gizmo set or whatever it is. So if they see what we do, they'll follow suit. But it's very unfortunate. Right now, one of the challenges I'm facing is there are not enough kids around the neighborhood who can play with them because we don't live in a gated community. But over a period of time, I'm sure they'll have classmates, and it's all about us making the effort to actually take them out, allow them to spend time with their classmates, get them to the right peer group. Over a period of time, I think they will connect. It's all about empowering them and showing them the right direction. Showing them direction. Right is a wrong word. Let them figure out what's right for them.
Wow, wow. I mean, it's all about the connection, right? Like you just mentioned. Thank you, Ashwin. I just wanted to also take one point from you. On the very same note, we are actually coming up with a very important social initiative, the world's first gadget-free hour we're doing on Children's Day between 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. We definitely are not the people who would advocate that, do not go anywhere near gadgets because that's humanly impossible. So, and also not right, like you also mentioned. So we want to, urge parents to go and use Children's Day 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Use that time to chat, play, bond. These are key elements in the whole upbringing of a child. So your message to all the parents out there, Ashwin.
I think children, the most important thing for children is communication with the parents. By 7:30, 8 o'clock, my elder daughter is usually in bed. She's off to sleep. So what we generally do is we get into the room, both our daughters, me and my wife, we get into the room. We give them a quiet time. We chat with them about the day's activities. We tell them a story or two, depending on how innovative and creative or how tired one of the other is not. We allow them to talk. They slowly drift away into sleep, and then we come out of the room. That's what we do. I think children need to sleep early for starters. They need the 12 hours sleep. So it's very, very important for them. So usually our day with our children is usually done by 8:30. So that's a time we definitely spend on putting our children to bed. And for me, putting children to bed is actually a very, very, putting your young kids to children is a very, very exciting art, and it's something that I really enjoy. So I would say if parents have the time, try and put their children to bed together. It's good fun.
You love bedtime stories there? Your kids and you?
Yeah, sometimes I give good bedtime stories. Sometimes my daughter tells me a few stories. So we mix and match.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Ashwin.